Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. Yeah. Alright, so I got these Bronx action figures from Gargoyles. Gargoyles! And you can see it says includes Goliath closed wings. And on the back of the box it shows some different things about Goliath. You know, ball he's chasing and him standing, or not Goliath, I mean Bronx, him standing next to Goliath. And some of the characters find out later why I wanted this particular gargoyle. Why did Hebrew want this gargoyle? Rough, ended up scratching the wings up. Alright, let's get this open. Let's get it open. Before we get the Bronx, let's check out these cool wings that I've been waiting for since getting my Goliath. First of all, they are stuck together. It's a little surprising. I'm not expecting that. The wings to actually be stuck together. Doggish looking. Oh, wow. He's got like a rubber. Wow, that's so bizarre. So here's his articulation. Let's break it down. His feet have articulation, his ankles, his knee joints, his upper thigh has massive amounts of articulation, so you can get him to pee on something if you wanted to. So that could be a fun little gag to, you know, to do. But his tail is a little bit articulated. And then his upper body, he has lots of articulation up there as well. That's funny. Look at the difference. These are like leg joints and origins with the ball joints, and these are like the shoulder joints of origins. They made him just like a regular action figure with the way they did his ball joints. You could just see if he was standing up, he would just be like a regular action figure. That's kind of funny how they actually made the joints match how most figures are for their shoulders and thighs, even though he's on all four. That's pretty clever, NECA. Alright, so then we have our elbow joints. We have some strange pin going on here. Oh yeah, I can see the pin now. It's kind of hidden under that flap right there. And you can see it's actually pushed out a little bit. So I'm going to have to shove that in a little bit further on this side. And then he's got articulation there, which would be his wrist, I guess, if he was a biped, and then articulation on his paw in the front. Oops, sorry about that. On his paw in the front right here as well. So mega amounts of articulation, and he has a rubber coating over his body. I don't know if you can see this or not when I do press it in. Yeah, you guys can see that on the camera. So it's like they gave him a rubber suit over the top, which makes you wonder, is articulation inside there? Sometimes they do the rubber, there is some sort of articulation on the inside. Yeah, it feels like there is. It feels like there's articulation right here. Some kind of ab crunch, but I can't tell. If these weren't so expensive, I'd cut it open and see what it looks like inside. And then, of course, he has his head articulation in two places. One for his gullet right here, and then one for his actual head. So, and his mouth moves too. So that's cool. Which is funny because he comes with a second. So, let's talk about Count Marzo. Now, Count Marzo in 2000X cartoons is how he looked. I think way cooler than he did in Filmation. But some people really like the Filmation look. I'm not really a huge fan of the Filmation look. And I also liked his cool Russian accent he had in the 2000X cartoon. Now, one thing he did was when he got his magic amulet back, he actually turned two rats into dogs and then used them as his partners in his quest to help him whatever he was doing. So he didn't come with those dogs, and so many people tried to make different dogs. One thing I found that worked really good for a long time, which I kind of liked, was using this right here. And I bought a whole bunch of them just to sell to people that needed them. And unfortunately, I couldn't sell them for more than I bought them for at the store. And it's like, you know what, that kind of stinks. I couldn't even sell them for what I bought them for at the store. Nobody wanted to pay even close to what I paid for them. So it's like, forget it. So I have a whole pile of them somewhere tucked away. I'm not sure where I put them at. But basically, I just took and put a little spike collar around them. At one time, I tried making sharper teeth, but they didn't work out very well. But basically, these are from Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit or something like that. And they, like I said, they did work well as a fill-in for a long time. And then I decided I wanted to use the dogs from Ghostbusters. And I was patiently waiting for this 2-pack to come out of Tully and whoever he's supposed to be, and the dog, the Hellhound. Now this Hellhound looks more like what we expected from Count Marzo. It does look very rat-like, turned into a dog. So I was really excited to get this, and before I purchased it, lo and behold, they came out with, let's see if I can pull this video back up. There we go. They came out with these, which are Bronx. The heads are removable, so they have replacement heads. So let's try to pull this head off. See how easy it comes off. There we go. And I already have one made that was purple. Let's just slide that right on there and see if that is going to work or not, or if I have to make something different. Now, I'm probably not going to use purple ones. I'm probably going to use the black ones. Makes his neck look really fat with that on there. I might not go with the collar. I might just go straight to... see, I have some black ones here. Now, the black ones originally is just little kids bands that I bought a whole bunch of one time in a pack, like one of those party store type things. I gave some to my granddaughters, and actually my oldest granddaughter got some years ago. But then I painted these ones with a clear, shiny color and silver paint, and not too bad. Now, it stinks is he has a little bump right here on the bottom of his neck. See right there? I didn't want to alter the figure at all, but it would have fit better if I would have cut those off and tucked them in tighter. But anyway, so these will be my new hound dogs. I could just steal these ones off these dogs. You know what? I had a hard time getting these heads off. That's right. They came off in 2 pieces, I think. Anyway, I'll leave them on for now. But that is my plan, is to make these his side dogs. Looks way more He-Man-like. I mean, it fits so much better with him, even though it does not look like the ones from the 2000X cartoon. But I'm pretty excited. Alright, let's see. Delaxorian, thanks for joining me. I've never liked Filmation look either. He looked like he was Shakespearean character. He did. It was just the craziest thing. Anyway, so, let's see. We only got 3 people on. That's crazy. Where's everybody at? Where is everybody? I'm probably all watching the Queen funeral. I was tempted to not post because of that. I saw that was on at the same time, and I thought, you know what? There'll probably be a lot of people watching that and probably won't tune in. I don't know. What do you guys think? Spiked collar or no spike collar? In the cartoon, they had a spike collar. You know what? I should see if I could find a smaller, thinner spiked collar. It'd make more sense for this size head. It's time to go online and see if I could find a smaller spiked band I can use. Thanks for joining me. So, I went and cleaned it off with alcohol and did a massive clean on it with baby wipes and alcohol and everything else, and decided to use this silver paint here. I think that's what I used last time. Now, I'm kind of dogging on myself because I did not get as good a job painting these. Usually, last time I went to the very bottom and spent a long time painting to the very bottom of each spike. This time I kind of just, I don't know. I didn't spend as long doing it. I'm kind of bummed myself for not taking the time. But when I went to open the bottle, you see that big old clod of clump right there? That was all dried. This right here is the top of the bottle. And the whole inside of the bottle was completely solid all the way around. And so once I plucked off the top part and it ripped, then I was able to get to the paint gooey mess we had last time. So let's just stretch these on there. Stretch. It's not wanting to go on as easily as it did before when it was all gooey. There we go. Just got to get that. Now let's pop that head on there. We shall prevail. There we go. Now we got our Bronx, or our dog, for much better. Is that paint coming off? What the heck? No! I guess I should wait a little longer. You know what? I'm going to wait, give it some more time to dry. I'm going to fix that one. It's funny, the other ones feel pretty good. It may be some leftover residue from the previous ones. So let me fix that one spike. Yeah, it's gooey underneath there. Come on. What the heck? I must not have cleaned off all the other stuff very well. Let me go and clean this off. Let's just paint it here really quick. And I won't stick them on, I guess, till tomorrow. Give it time to completely dry before I put it on there. See, the one I want to get off is stuck. All right, let's go. Let me go get my paintbrush. We'll paint that up really quick. I got a brush, but the bristles are a lot stiffer than I usually want to use. So let's go ahead and bring up my tray. I know. Troubles in paradise. Okay. There we go. That's the one. That's the one. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, this paintbrush is kind of dirty too. Good thing I put the lid on this paint. Let me zoom in for your guys' viewing enjoyment. Normally I'd stick 2 coats on here. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait for it to fully dry because this paint dries kind of rubbery. So I am just gonna leave it overnight and not going to try to put it on again until tomorrow. Okay, cool. We'll just set it right there. Put the lid back on. Leave it alone till tomorrow. Let's see what I did to his poor ear there. A little bit of alcohol should clean that off. That's what I had to do earlier. So I'll clean the heads off and we'll try again tomorrow. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me one more time. And, oh yeah, I've used the paint marker and those are even worse. They end up not drawing on there at all whatsoever. So the paint markers are out. That's how I did this originally a long time ago. My first failures years ago. Try to get those spikes a little bit lower. All right. Anyway, good journey. And like I said, tomorrow I will have ones to show you to stick on there. These ones here with a dry paint. I won't hurry and stick them on there too soon. And that's all I got for now. All right. Good journey. Bye now. Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. Let me try to find this on my iPad as well so I can see your guys' comments. Hey, it came up right away. I didn't have to sit there forever trying to find it. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, come on. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Well, it looks like nobody else is online right now. It's just me, so most of you guys have to watch this later. So I have gone through a lot with this. Just the easiest custom in the world is making a spike collar is all I was trying to do. Should be super easy. Shouldn't be a pain. I first used this paint. I found out that it did not dry ever and would have stayed wet on the rubber just because of the material consistencies. And then I coated it with a black wash that, of course, just made it worse. But I've since then switched to this one, and at first I put it on too soon and it was still wet. So now I have waited a long time since I painted them. I didn't go back and make them closer because I figured it's just staying the way it is now. So let's get these dogs done and get this over with. Which is funny, I was telling my wife, you know, I'm spending all this time making these stupid things, these dogs, and they're just going to end up in my plastic tub when it's all done. And I started thinking about how, you know what, that's kind of sad in a way that I'm going to spend all this time getting these just right, and then they're just going to spend the rest of their days in a plastic tub because I'm not ever going to get around to pulling them out to, you know, play with them or anything else. So, I don't know, it just sounds weird. Somewhere along the line, I just stopped playing with my figures, and I don't know, it's just something happened. Something happened. All right. Let's get this head on so I can get this done. I'm tired of these videos. Like you guys are tired of them too. What is this? The fourth one I've made of doing this custom. And like I said, it's supposed to be a really easy custom. There shouldn't be anything to it at all. Just popping the head off, putting on a spike collar, putting the head back on. Ooh. Ta-da! Dun, 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 dun. Hey Jason, thanks for joining us. So look at that. Finally got one done. Now someone was mentioning to me that I should go and buy the Ghostbusters dogs, the Hellhounds, and just use their heads. But that seems like a pretty spendy thing just for the heads. And besides that, I'm actually okay with these heads. I don't need to match the cartoon exactly. I need it just to work when I pull my figures out, that if I do decide to do something with them, that I can have some fun. Ooh. There we go. Wow, that was almost uneventful at this point because it's taken so long. You guys I already know what's going to happen. Just pull those off and put them on. Oh, good. See, the sword paint's not sticking anymore. Hooray. Hooray. Now Count Marzo has his dogs. Dun dun dun. Whew. What a hassle. Hey Lewis, thanks for joining me. Hey Jason, thanks for being here. Hey, Mr. 93, thanks for joining us. Let's see, Pop Actor. I just left Bubbles to be here. Sorry, man. Oh, man. Did you guys see that She-Hulk? I just saw last Thursday's episode. Oh, I should make a whole entire video about it. There's just some crazy, crazy things with that video. Or that show. Anyway, so now it's time for you to vote. So, do you guys like the purple dogs? Or do you like the dogs I had in the past, which I believe were some kind of wolf zombie creature from The Hobbit? Which do you prefer for Marzo? I keep wanting to call him Marzoff instead of Marzo. Count Marzo. So there are your choices. I want She-Hulk figured. They actually have a figure of She-Hulk coming out. It looks pretty cool. Just wearing the tennis shoes. Alright, so here's this dog here. And here is this dog here. Now I know I probably could put a wash on it and change it. Lewis likes the Lord of the Rings wolves better. Wow. Oh. Let's see what other people's comments are. Black Phoenix 77 likes purple. I kind of like the gray, but the purple has a cool pop. They're supposed to be rats. Yes, they were transformed rats into dogs. Yep. Oop. That is true. It's funny, I've been working on trying to get my my rig all set up here for my sound and light and camera. Let me show you guys this while you guys are voting on the dogs, so you can see my mess here. See, here's my rig, and up here it goes around. There's my light, there's my microphone, here's my camera tripod spot right here where it hooks on. And when I first did this, the table just bent in, so I had to add some wood to it to strengthen it. And now that I have this at a weird angle for the camera, everything's freaking out on me, because like this is at an angle now, so it keeps falling, so I need to tighten that joint. And it's like, when you got one thing solved, everything else falls apart. So there you go. There's my mic, there's my sound, or my light, and it just seems to work better. If I can just get the camera rig to work, it'd work so much better. I'm currently trying to get Faker's top back on. Alright. Ew, rats. Yes. It does seem kind of strange he'd pick rats to turn into dogs. You know, I don't know exactly what the whole story is about that. I could see these guys sitting around writing the script for this. What's his name? Dean. How about we use rats and turn them into dogs? That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I think so too. Yep. Yeah, I have to admit, these do have, like I said, originally, I thought this was the way to go. And I can see, maybe some people they still are. I'm probably going to end up keeping them both, because I'm just that way, so I can pull out what I want to at that moment, depending on how I feel. But the Bronx one looks like they match up with Panther. Yep, I think so too. Willard is a cool movie. Yes, the hairless part does help. But sometimes for toys, they'll make things that are hairy and they'll look smooth. Like we've seen that with Beast Man, where he actually came out looking smooth in Filmation release of Beast Man. Anyway, I'm happy. I know it was kind of a spendy venture just to get two dogs for my guy. And the funny thing is, like I said, I'm probably going to pack them in their box, and they'll probably sit there for the next 10 years, and I'll pull them out and say, oh yeah, I remember I made these by taking just so funny. Like I said, it should be the easiest custom in the world. Whoop. It should be the easiest custom in the world, and here it was so difficult just to get the paint on there. Hope that does not rip apart. I can see this is already starting to slide down. Slide down, Freddie Brown. There we go. Black Phoenix said he says the purple ones look cooler to me. He tried to kill Kevin Smith at the MSG careers. Smith was a patsy, sorry. Hey, Leo X Rocks, it's okay, you're late. I'm just going to get ready to end this. I just wanted to be a quick update because, like I said, I've been spending so long trying to get these stupid things to work that I wanted to show success. I almost didn't even make the video. I felt kind of dumb even making it because it's like, well, obviously you guys know I'm just going to stick them on now. But, and I know it's really not much of a custom. I customized this whole figure. What'd you do? I made the collar. It does sound, you know, like really not much of a custom. Not really. But, and it's even worse than that. I can see showing it to somebody else. Well, it looks really cool except for that stupid collar. Yeah, that's the one part I made. And it's funny, I've used these collars before for stuff. Like, let me show you. I've shown you before. When I did this guy, that's where the other purple collar went. Because originally I made him purple for the dogs one time, and I was making a bunch of them. That's why I had one purple one left from yesterday. See? And I thought for Skeletor's ride to use the purple collar on there. Anyway, that's for my classics Skeletor. I don't actually have a classic Skeletor sitting out anymore. Alright, you guys. Really, this is the end. Good journey.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell.